Um, excuse me, I hope I'm going live in the right places. I'm just going to check my Facebook to make sure that I am in the right place, and hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. I'm just going to do a little post underneath this with a link so that you can give Ecamm permission to post if you're going to comment. So I'm just going to do that quickly. I'm getting a bit better with this technological stuff. She says, I think my Facebook's just gone off. Hang fire. How are you all doing? I'm doing this on a Saturday night, and I usually do it on a Thursday night. But I was busy on Thursday, and I was busy last night as well. I'm getting quite busy. Right, I've posted that in 2 places. So hopefully you can give Ecamm permission now, and I can see if anybody's commenting on it. So yeah, it's 7 o'clock just after on a Saturday night, and here I am. I can see all the lights off the camera on my glasses. I'm in a different room. I don't know if you can tell. I've moved rooms. I need to do something with this. Somebody's put a thumbs up, which is brilliant, so somebody's watching. Yeah, I need to do a little bit more. I'm not sure whether I like the background. I've got my whiteboard over on this side, and it's a bit deeper at the back, isn't it? Yeah, might have to jiggle it around. I don't know. But anyway, I've moved rooms because I'm going back seeing face-to-face clients next week, which is brilliant. Things are going really well, so I've got lots of news and lots of things that I'm doing. So I'll talk a little bit about that afterwards. But the topic of this week's live is, are you lacking motivation? And there's a point why I'm doing this, because I have been lacking motivation. And what can we do to keep on track, or what's going to help us to keep on track? So I've got a few little things that I'm going to put on here that I can talk about. So I'm not sure whether it's just me that's lacking motivation. The weather's a bit meh. It's always, January and February are always an iffy time for me. It's kind of, once the clocks go back, yeah, in October, and the nights start drawing in, it's kind of like then it's the build up to Christmas, which is quite exciting, and we get to spend lots of time with our family and everything, which is brilliant. And then once that's all over, then we've got January and February, which to me are kind of meh months, where not a lot really happens. I know we've got Valentine's Day in February, which for some is wonderful. For some it's not. It brings up a lot of things about relationships and being on our own and all that sort of stuff. That's got to come yet. Well, we're a couple of weeks away from Valentine's Day. But then we're getting to March, and for me, March, when the clocks go forward again and the lighter nights start coming, I start to pick up. And I find this with seeing clients. Over the summer, I don't tend to get any, well, I'm not saying I don't get any new clients, but my referrals and requests for new clients aren't as high over the summer when the weather's a bit better and it's lighter nights and all that sort of stuff. Over the winter, when it's darker nights, I tend to get a lot more requests for clients. So I'm presuming it's not just me that lacks motivation and feels a bit meh at this time of the year. So I thought it might be nice to just cover a few tips about what we can do if we're feeling lack of motivation. One of the things I've started doing, which I did talk to, I went there to see my mum and my sister the other day, and I was talking about this. I think she's called Mel Robbins, the woman that I heard this off first, and she does the 5 4 3 2 1 rule. And for me it works. When you keep hitting snooze on your alarm button in the morning, mine goes off, the first one, it's about 7 o'clock. And then 7:15, and then 7:30, and it's like every 15 minutes, and I just hit snooze because I can't be bothered. Whereas now what I do is literally just say 5 4 3 2 1, pull the covers back, and I get up. So if there's anything that I'm needing to do, whether that's for my health or whether it's to do with work or cooking a meal, anything like that, that I'm putting off and I don't want to do, I literally just say to myself 5 4 3 2 1, and I get up and do it. And it works for me. I don't know why it works for me, but it does. So if you've got something that works for you, then use it. But I'm going to share a few little tips with you that might help you. She says, yay, here's the first one. Tips on how to keep motivated. And the first one is set realistic goals. Goal setting is brilliant because it gives us an end point to what we want to reach. Some people like setting goals, some people are goal averse, let's say, and they kind of avoid goals no matter what. But if setting goals works for you, then set realistic goals, goals that you can track your progress. You might have a long-term goal, so something that you want to reach this time next year, for example, or even 6 months is quite a long-term goal. But do little steps in between, smaller steps that you can work towards that bigger goal. So if it is, I don't know, to be able to, I did see, this is something else, talk about lacking motivation. I've been stalking the Couch to 5K for probably 3 years now, and I've got this dream, it's a dream that's out there of being able to, I don't want to say run 5K because I don't think I'll ever be able to run 5K, but to be able to jog 5K. So if that was my goal, it's not, I'm not that far advanced yet, but if it was, then maybe instead of doing 5K, I would set a goal to start off with doing half a K, and then 1K, and then maybe 2K, and build it up slowly so there's little goals in between. So setting achievable goals and tracking your progress towards them can help you keep motivated and on track. So I might have a plan that over the next 6 months, I'm going to start going for walks and maybe walk for 30 seconds and then run for 30 seconds or jog for 30 seconds and build it up. So that's kind of, it's a realistic goal and it's trackable. So I can track my progress on that goal, which for me would be quite good. And now I'm actually talking about it, it's doable. It feels doable just saying it. So that's one thing that you can do. The other tip, or another one, is to celebrate your successes. So if we're using that Couch to 5K example again, and I go out and I walk for 30 seconds and jog for 30 seconds and do that for half a kilometre one day, then I need to celebrate that in some way. And I'm not talking going out for coffee and having a load of cream cakes and all that sort of stuff. But maybe just post it. Maybe just take a minute to celebrate that I've actually achieved the goal that I set. Because that's another way of motivating ourselves. Because when we achieve something, we do feel better about it. If we set an achievable goal, we track it and we achieve it, it's kind of like we get validation from, for doing a good job. It goes back to our childhood when we achieve something and we got a round of applause or a sticker in school or whatever it is. If we can get validation when we do something good and celebrate our success, even if it's just taking a quiet minute to celebrate and to congratulate ourselves for doing it, then that can motivate us to continue. So rewarding yourself for achieving goals and making progress is a great way to stay motivated. Because if we've done it once, then we can look back on it and know that, well, I've done it once, so I can do it again. And then we can just increase it in little increments, which again is going to help us. The next one is to make a plan. You know me, I talk about it all the time. I do love a plan. I like to plan everything. So having a plan in place that outlines when and how you will complete tasks and goals can help you stay focused. I know I'm talking about the Couch to 5K. This could be anything. This could be, I don't know, looking for a new job if you want to find a new job. Have a plan. Say that you're going to look online for an hour a week and maybe apply for 3 jobs, whatever it is. But set yourself an achievable target and plan to do it. Because once we make a plan and we write it down, we know what we're doing. We don't kind of get up in the morning and think, well, I want a new job, but I don't know what to do, because we've already set a plan down. So having a plan, can be quite helpful. As long as it's not an out there plan. We're not doling too much on ourselves. We're not, making it an unachievable plan. Remember, break it down into small chunks. Go for a longer term, bigger plan, but break it down into smaller chunks so that we can actually achieve it. Number 4, what's the next one? Take breaks. Breaks are essential for staying motivated and productive. Don't forget to take a few minutes to relax and recharge throughout the day. So if you've got a plan that you've planned it, you've focused, you've celebrating your successes, and it's an achievable one, take a break from it. Have a little relax. If you're wanting to do a Couch to 5K and you're working out, Monday to Friday, then maybe take a break on Saturday and Sunday. It's okay to take a break. It doesn't mean that you're going to fall off the wagon, so to speak, and you're not going to pick it back up. But it's important that it's not your only focus, that you have got other things that you're focusing on rather than, being one-track minded on this. Because, motivation is brilliant, but we don't want to become obsessive. Some people, think going to the gym helps them with their anxiety, which it does. For some people that's brilliant, and it releases endorphins and all the feel good hormones and all that sort of stuff. But then on that one day where they maybe can't make it to the gym, they make the association that I've not been to the gym, so I'm going to start to feel anxious now. Or that if I miss one day, that's it, I'm not going to get back into going again. That's not true. It's okay to take a step back, and it's okay to have a break from things every now and again. And the final one that I've come up is to be accountable. This works for me. I talk about being accountable an awful lot because for me, this is really helpful. If I say I'm going to do something out loud, if I say in the group that I'm going to do something, I'm much more likely to do it than if I just keep it to myself. Like if I did say I'm going to do the Couch to 5K, I'm not, and I'm not saying that. But if I did say that, I would post about it, and then I would maybe post a video of me doing it, and I would be much more accountable because I've actually said it out loud. And sometimes what can help is if you find an accountability buddy, having someone to check in with, or being around like-minded people can help you stay on track and can be a great source of motivation. I went out for a walk with somebody round a local lake near where I live. I do a lot of videoing when I'm walking around this lake, and it's a really lovely place. I do like going to it. And there was a group of people when I was waiting to meet this friend. And I just went over to them and said, is this a group? And it was a group of people that meet up on a Thursday at 10 o'clock, I think it was, local to me. And they just have a walk round. And I thought that's lovely. They were talking about how it helps with mental health, being outdoors and all that sort of stuff. So they were kind of like-minded people that all meet together once a week and go and do this stuff. So, it motivates them. I would imagine that there's a sense of, accountability and not wanting to let each other down. That, or I don't want somebody to turn up and be the only one to do it, so I'm going to go just in case. But being around like-minded, positive people can keep us on track and keep us motivated as well. So join a group. If you want to try something new, if you like doing arts and crafts, join a crafty group and do that once a week or once a month or something. If you, like dog showing, join a group that shows dogs, the type of dog that you've got. Whatever it is, we are sociable creatures and we do like being around other like-minded people, and it helps us. So moving on from that, one of the things that I have done and I am doing is that I'm setting up and starting a support group in my house. In this exact room even is where I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing the first one on the 8th of February. Unfortunately, it's just for people local to me. I can't be travelling around at the moment, so it's just going to be local to me. And it's just going to be for 10 people to start off with and see how it is on the first Wednesday of every month. If it takes off, I might do it weekly, or I might do it on more than one night. But I'm just wanting to pay it forward a little bit. I'm just going to take that off there. So that's my accountability. I'm saying that I'm going to do it, and I've actually set up a little thing so that you can buy a ticket for it. It's going to be £10. And it's my way of paying it forward. It's my way of helping and reaching more people, because I know not everybody can afford, one-to-one psychotherapy with a therapist or a counsellor. And I get that, that things are costing more now than what they've done for quite a long time. So it's a group session, and I've done it as a group session so that I can keep the prices down. It's going to be for ladies only, so that, you know, we can maybe feel a little bit more comfortable to talk about things. So it doesn't, you know, whatever it is, whether it's an accountability buddy that you want, whether it's just to be sociable and get out and, you know, meet ladies of a similar age or that you think are like-minded, whether it's because of anxiety or stress or overwhelm or overthinking or menopause, whatever it is, there isn't going to be a particular topic other than, you know, well-being, mental health and well-being. So that's one thing that I'm doing to try and help people and to be accountable and to motivate myself as much as it is for everybody else, as well as doing face-to-face clients now and doing my online stuff. The memberships, I've got different levels for the memberships. I know I've mentioned it before. So there's the VIP, there's bronze, silver and gold levels on that. You can find out all about this on my website. If you go to jackiejones.co.uk/prices, everything that I'm doing is on there and you can find out more about it. The website's going to be revamped. We're going to have another look at that. Because it's a bit all over the place at the moment, and I think it's probably going on for 2 years since we did it. So my branding's changed and all my colours have changed and everything. So we're you know, I'm saying it's my son that does this. I have nothing to do with it because I'm not very technical. But we're going to have a look at updating that, and everything will be put on there. I'll go in these afterwards, and I'll put the link if you're interested, if you're local to me and you want to come to one of these support groups. I'll put the link in there so that you can buy a ticket because it's all online, just so I know how many to expect, and it's been capped at 10 people. I've already sold, I think I've sold 3 or 4 tickets now, and it's not for another week or so yet, so that's looking really good, and I'm hoping that the numbers will increase as we go through it, and it's what people want. So yeah, that's it. I want to just share something else. I'll put this up as well in the comments, so that you can download it or you can print it off. Yeah, everybody's probably heard about SMART goals, and if you want to set a goal, that it's a good idea to do this. So you can print this out. My little gift to you. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and timely. So you can write in the little box at the top what your goal is, whether it's whatever, it doesn't really matter. One of the goals that you want to do, Couch to 5k in 6 months time. So be specific. What do I want to happen? I want to be able to run 5k. That's the specific. Measurable. How will I know when I achieve my goal? Because I will have run 5k. Attainable. What do I want to happen? I want to be able to run 5k and to feel good about achieving that over the summer. Whatever it is, write it down. Why is my goal important to me? Why is that goal important to you? Because having a goal and setting it is brilliant. I think this is probably one of the reasons why I've never run the 5k, because it's a dream. It's not really that important to me to do it. I'm not very health conscious. So find a goal that's really important to you, because then you're going to be more motivated to achieve it for a start off. And timely. What is my deadline for this goal? Always set yourself a deadline, because if it's an open-ended thing, again, there's no motivating to finish it. You can think, well, yeah, I'll do it next week or whatever. So I'll post this up so that you can print it off. Tammy's put, I still feel anxious about everything. Oh, sorry to hear that, Tammy. You've really been struggling an awful lot with feeling anxious lately. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're still following me. And, you know, like I said, I know I've said it to you lots and lots of times, and I know that you've reached out to some people. All I can suggest, because you're not local to me and you can't come to one of these support meetings, is to, you know, carry on going to the groups that you go into, keep in touch with your GP, and let them know what's happening, and try to meet people face to face. We're back out there now. We don't all need to be online, which is one of the reasons why I've started seeing people face to face again, because we do need that human connection. And if you're feeling anxious, it's because you're having anxious thoughts. So keep an eye on your thinking as well. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, Tammy, because I know you've done some great things and you're making great strides. So well done you. And try setting yourself a goal. Listen back to this if you've only just come on and you've missed the beginning of this. Then set yourself some goals. Try to be motivated to do something every day. Other than that, I shall see you all next week. I'm not sure what day it'll be. Hopefully it'll go back to Thursdays. But I will post a reminder up the day before so that everybody knows when I'm going to go live like I did with this one. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.